Happy Sunday and happy Monday Eve main event baseball YouTube fans. Welcome back to the channel of Main Event Baseball with Ryan right here on YouTube, guys. And we have three things to talk about in today's episode. Two out of the three things are going to be regarding MLB, but we are going to end today's episode with some Pioneer Independent Baseball League talk. So as always, guys, just sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. A little trigger warning: this episode is going to be a long one. So I would recommend you grab a snack, grab a drink, sit back, relax, and enjoy some main event baseball talk. Okay, baseball fans, despite my hair not looking the best, guys, our first thing we are going to talk about is and remember this is if the MLB postseason began today. Now, of course, guys, we are not even through the first half of the 2026 MLB regular season, but again, only if the postseason started today, guys. So it's kind of a little shock I want to talk about, because we're going to talk first about the wild card, okay? So the two National League wild card games that would take place would be the San Diego Padres versus the Atlanta Braves. And that game would be in Atlanta. So it would be the Padres and the Braves in the wild card, but that again would be in Atlanta. Then you got the Chicago Cubs and the Philadelphia Phillies, and that game actually would take place in the city of brotherly love and the home to the 2026 MLB All-Star Game and Weekend Philadelphia Phillies. So it would be in Philly. And then you got the two American League wildcard games. The first one would be the Texas Rangers and the Seattle Mariners, a battle of the AL West. That game would be in Seattle. And then you got the Cleveland Guardians and the New York Yankees. That would take place at Yankee Stadium in the Bronx. Now, what's really shocking is those are the four wild card matchups in a best of three series. But the teams that would be clinched division for the National League, it would be the Milwaukee Brewers and the back-to-back World Series champions, the LA Dodgers. All right. For the National League, it would be the Chicago White Sox. Yes, you heard me correctly. The Chicago White Sox would be, if this postseason began today, they would be the ones who clinched the AL Central. Yes, the Chicago White Sox, again, you heard that correct. And then it would also be the Tampa Bay Rays. So those would be the four teams that would not have to even play in the wild card round and would automatically be awaiting the winner. So basically the the Milwaukee Brewers would await the winner of the Padres Braves wild card. The back-to-back World Series champions LA Dodgers would await the winner of the Phillies Cubs wild card. The Chicago White Sox would await the winner of the Texas Rangers Seattle Mariners wild card, and the Tampa Bay Rays would await the winner of the Cleveland Guardians and the Bronx Bombers Yankees wild card. So it's kind of crazy knowing that that's the postseason format if it started today. But what's really crazy to me is the Chicago White Sox are not only in the postseason picture, but they would be past the wild card round. You know, I don't even think a lot of baseball fans had that on their own bingo card. this early in the season. Now, of course, guys, this postseason could be totally different by September. Of course, we all know that. But I mean, if you are a Chicago White Sox baseball fan, I'm not gonna lie, you have got to be pretty happy with everything you see here. So again, guys, that is if the MLB postseason began today. Of course, there is a ton of time left and a whole lot could happen. All these teams we see right now could be in a different picture by the end of the season. But I did want to talk about that, at least giving you guys a little preview on what the postseason would look like if it began today. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on all of that down in the comments. Good evening, baseball fans. So welcome back to part 2 of a 3-part episode of Main Event Baseball with Ryan on YouTube. So in the first one, we talked about if the MLB postseason began today, what that playoff format would look like. And now, guys, we are going to move to the MLB realignment, but part 2 of that MLB realignment. Yesterday, we kind of looked at how Portland and Charlotte could be 2 cities that could get an expansion team to MLB, but there are a couple other cities as well that we did not mention in yesterday's video, and that is what we are going to talk about in this video. So part 2 of the MLB realignment is actually pretty interesting. You know, if you guys go go to Wikipedia, Google, and you type in MLB realignment, you're going to see a lot of this, guys. But according to Google, they are looking at Salt Lake City and Nashville. Now, those are the 2 major cities that they are looking at. But what's really interesting about those 2 cities is both of those cities currently have a AAA baseball team. Yes, the city of country music, Nashville, Tennessee, is currently the AAA affiliate of the Milwaukee Brewers, and Salt Lake City, they are in their new AAA stadium. Actually, this year is the second year, believe it or not, that the Salt Lake Bees play in their new stadium, but the Salt Lake City Bees are the AAA affiliate of the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. So, pretty cool, but I want to know this, okay? Yesterday, we looked at Portland, Oregon, and Charlotte, North Carolina, and tonight, we are talking about Nashville, Tennessee, and Salt Lake City. So, the question here is if Nashville, Tennessee, and Salt Lake City, those 2 cities that both have AAA teams, where would the AAA teams go? Like, where would, to put an MLB city team in those 2 cities, or those 2 beautiful cities, you gotta look at the minor league. And where would those 2 AAA minor league teams go? So definitely leave it down below in the comment section if you could find another 2 cities for that. But if you're looking at 4 possible expansion cities for MLB, of course you're going to see Nashville, Tennessee, and then Salt Lake City. There was a small talk about Vancouver, British Columbia, which is an old corridor, but it's really nothing big. So, I mean, if I look at this, yeah, I'm not seeing, Vancouver, British Columbia or Vancouver, old corridor. I'm not seeing it really as much in this MLB. Again, it just says target cities are going to include Nashville, Tennessee, and Salt Lake City, Utah. So, I would like to get your guys' thoughts on that and what you guys actually believe, But I think Nashville, Tennessee would at least be a pretty good city to actually put an MLB team in. I mean, there's a lot of nice cities that currently have MLB teams. And I feel like Nashville, Tennessee would be another one to add. So pretty cool, but let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section, guys. And yeah, that is our MLB realignment part 2. Now, guys, let's move on to the Pioneer League Baseball League standings. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so the Pioneer Independent Baseball League standings have changed, okay? And I just, you know what, I'm just going to go over it and make this short, simple, and sweet, okay? First of all, guys, sitting in first place is the Billings Mustangs at 27 wins and 7 losses. Sitting in second place is the Long Beach Coast at 28 wins and 8 losses. And you're probably wondering, well, why isn't the Long Beach Coast in first place? Okay, you got to understand the Billings Mustangs was scheduled to take on the Missoula Paddleheads, and that game got rained out. That is why you're seeing that. But Long Beach is at 28 wins and 8 losses so that explains it. Okay, so Long Beach, they may have won 2 days, but the Billings Mustangs, they got rained out, therefore, they did not play 2 days. So that's going to be why. All right, then you got the Glacier Range Riders sitting in third place at 22 and 14. You have a tie for fourth place. And that tie is with Modesto and Ogden. They're at 21 and 15. And then the rest of the list is just pretty much the same, guys. There is a difference in the standings and all that. And I mean, July 12th, okay, is when the first half of the Pioneer Independent League season ends. Okay, it's July 12th. So, yeah. All right, guys, there you guys go.